Hi, my name is Tom Ecabelli. I am co-writer and producer of Chickadee, the feature film written with my sister Laurina Ecabelli.
Chickadee is based on our grandmother's true story when she was 13 years old back in 1920s.
Her stepfather unfortunately abused her and made her pregnant at the age of 13 years old. And in spite of enormous pressure for her to keep this quiet, hide the shame, she insisted on taking him to court.
There was a landmark child abuse trial and she won. And he was sent off to prison.
Now she grew up to become a successful restaurateur, and she had many employees through the years. She became like a pillar of the community.
When I was a teenager, my grandmother gave us her journal, and in it she wrote the experiences of what happened to her.
She let us read this journal, and she just said it's a very sad story, but I think it's something you should know.
The most important thing that I got from it is how much she desperately wanted other women to read her story and be able to help them, to give them courage to go on with their life.
And she just wanted us to have this in case there was a way we could ever help her tell her story.
I had to do some research, so I went to the courthouse up in upstate New York, and I uncovered all of these court transcripts, and I started to see this little 13-year-old girl standing up and seeing her abuser and telling her truth. And I realized that this story could impact so many lives.
At that time, we were just starting out in what we wanted to do in our artistic careers.
So my brother and I decided that we would write a screenplay so we could possibly reach a larger audience.
And we wrote it in this feature film called Chickadee.
So not only is this a story about a young girl overcoming trauma and abuse, it also is a story of immigration and the struggles that all of our ancestors suffered during the early part of the century.
We wanted to talk about her strength and how that strength transferred through the generations to help not only people in her family, but as we told the story to more people, and when we were presenting the script to people, we were getting people coming up to us saying, "This happened in my family, this happened to a friend of mine."
I read how when she saw her abuser for the first time, she fainted, and how much courage it took for that little girl to stand up and tell her truth. In that moment, I realized that this story was much bigger than just a family's legacy.
Courage like that is what needs to be respected and told.
If you're interested in learning more about our project, please go to our website and follow us on social media.
This is an immigrant story. It's a story of women's empowerment, and mostly how one small person's courage can help generations of victims.